Welcome to the USCA AC National Championships, Association Croquet, held at the National Croquet Center in West Palm Beach in March of 2025. Your tournament director is Doug Grimsley. This is a sponsored USCA event, and newly elected President Beverly Cardo invites you to check out the website, sign up, and join us on the lawn. Our appreciation goes out to Chris Barley, a longtime channel sponsor, and to Stuart Preston, who is sponsoring the editing. Our exclusive equipment sponsor is Don Oakley in the Croquet store, who can provide anything anybody needs to play this game at club, championship level, 9-wicket through association and golf croquet. Check out his website. And now we head to Florida, the home of countless croquet facilities, all the way from Jacksonville to north down to West Palm and Sarasota, where in Venice, the Sarasota County Croquet Club is the biggest public club in the country. The National Croquet Center in West Palm Beach is the center of it all, located just south of the Palm Beach International Airport, providing easy access. The club has 12 lawns and a fabulous clubhouse. The lawns are numbered 1, 2, and 3, which are lighted, and then 4 and 5, followed by 6 and 7, which are the show courts in front of the clubhouse, and then 8, and then 9 through 12 over on the north side of the club. Those courts in the lowlands on the far east side are where 9-wicket gets played and will be the site of future expansion before too long. This is a block game on court 6 in front of the clubhouse between Brian Cumming, Canada's best player, and Robert Fletcher, the world's best player. We join them, I think, in turn 4. Anyway, all the clips are still on hoop 1, and Brian's trying to cobble something together. Brian Cumming has won 10 doubles national championships in the U.S., split between American rules and AC. He's also won both the American rules and the AC singles nationals championship one time each. He's the one that introduced me to Wiley. And he would be in the top 10 in the U.S. perennially. I think he plays most of his croquet in this country.
Basically, very similar to seasonal workers. Top guys can't make it. All of the young top guys now.
One of the things that new players have to learn to appreciate is using the whole lawn. Watch this. He expected to run that by 3 or 4 feet and have a rush on yellow to build his break because he has a hoop 2 Pioneer. Yellow is still there. Watch what he does to get around and get a rush on yellow to hoop 2. He could try to roll up on hoop 2 here, but then he wouldn't have much in the way of break prospects. So he leaves red as an escape ball for after he makes hoop 2. Probably wanted a rush on blue here, but it's close to the boundary, so I didn't want to overdo it. He's going to leave partner blue here in corner 4 in case he has to set a leave, and he'll come back to it. So he had to go on walkabout to get it, but now he's got the rush on yellow that he wanted in the first place. This kind of thing doesn't happen in American rules very often because he's now going to be 3-ball dead. But there's no carryover deadness in AC, so the risk of this kind of circumnavigation is considerably less. Hoop 4 would be easier if he did it right here. But he's building a break, and he wants to get all the balls out on the lawn, so he's going to go after blue. He needs to get behind it to rush it to hoop 4. Bummer. The American rules players are going crazy. But in AC, you can Croquet a ball you're dead on, you just don't get an extra shot. He's just trying to scatter and spread things out in length and red and yellow's next shot. Got black out of the way, that's for sure. Robert Fletcher is the world's #1 in both AC and golf croquet. I really can't cover his resume adequately. He won the AC World Championship in 2013 at the age of 20, being the youngest ever to do so at that point. I think he was second the year before. He's won everything there is to win except the golf croquet World Championship, which he came within a game of doing except for 18-year-old wonderkind Blake Fields last October. He and his brothers Malcolm and Greg basically destroyed the field at the U.S. Open in January, making it Australia against the rest of the world. Why'd he hit it so hard? Well, now he can come get blue and black, and in the same stroke, put yellow in pioneer position at hoop 2. This pre-shot routine and swing are the picture of simplicity, and thus repeatable and reliable under pressure. The two components that Reg Bamford defines as the sine qua non of a championship swing. Brian had his fingers crossed, but he certainly didn't expect that.
No, there's a pencil on the back side of the. Right there. And look at the. I didn't see it either.
Morning, Robert. You moving to your new place yet? Yeah. Which building are you in? Senate. I'm in the Encore. So are you on the same side of the street as me?
Yeah.
Notice how Brian picked up the red clip, which he's now responsible for. Robert handles it differently later in the game, and I must admit I don't know why.
Good, good.
Probably nothing important.
That's an interesting move for you. You know how frustrated I get with the hoops thing.
Yeah.
I finally just said fuck it, and I went down to an aircraft manufacturer, and I said I need the best metallurgist around, and he said you need to go to QC, Metallurgical Laboratory in Hollywood, and I did, and I'm happy to report for them today. For the manufacturer. Yeah, these guys also have a fabricating shop, but this is non-invasive metallurgical examination. So,
Which ball to move? The question that terrifies American rules players when they first take up AC. Pretty much has to move red because all blue has to do is rotate black and get a break going. If he doesn't, if he shoots into corner four and misses, either blue or black gets a break out of it. So take the shortest shot. He knows what his critical distance is.
on those balls, right? You don't have to mark them, just keep an eye on them.
So now Brian's in pretty good shape to finish the break he started with black in the first place. watch how he positions blue and then yellow so that he can easily pick up partner, put it at 2 back, and have the yellow escape ball ready to go. If you're trying to learn how to handle these balls around hoop 5, it doesn't get any better than this. After this nice 3-back pioneer with yellow, if he were going to do a diagonal spread, he'd put red by the peg now. And since he didn't leave a ball near a hoop 2, I assumed he was going to do a diagonal spread. But double loading 3-back means he's going to do probably a new standard leave. One of the opponent balls will be out southwest of hoop 2, and the other one glued to 3-back, wired from the end of A block. And I'm going to guess, I'm not going to look ahead, but I'm putting my money on red as the ball he leaves at hoop 4, because that's red's hoop. Now, this new standard leave can be a gently forcing one, because you generally put the ball you want them to pick up out by hoop 2, leaving a ball at hoop 4 that you can rush to hoop 1 or maybe hoop 2 to get your break going. With red for hoop 4 and yellow for hoop 1, it's not entirely clear whether Robert would rather finish the break with red so that he can do a triple with yellow, or vice versa. I'm guessing he's going to want to pick up red. So the reason for Brian to leave red here is that this is red's hoop. adhering to the general principle that a ball left at its own hoop doesn't have a pioneer for its own hoop. He's going to want red no more than a ball diameter northeast of the hoop, wired from the end of A block. That actually looks quite good right where it is, because it's still rushable to hoop 1. Ugh, that's not great. It's still nicely wired, but you can't rush it anywhere. You can do the new standard leave either by leaving yellow over there after you make one back, or by doing it the way Brian did it. It's a lot easier than a mom standard leave, because then you absolutely have to place the hoop 2 ball when you go through one back, which means you only have 3 balls to make the rest of the leave. I'm not quite sure why he's going so far north. He could easily have put it 3 or 4 yards south of that, lengthening the shot from corner 3, and still have been wired from red in the hoop. I must be reading it wrong. And now a 16-yarder for the equalizing break. And if anybody can do a triple starting in hoop 4, it's Robert Fletcher. This obviously wasn't intentional because he was shooting it blue and black, but notice that the end of his shaft is going to put red like 3 inches west of the corner point. Yellow was for hoop 1. He's going to remember that. You'll recall, of course, that red's over in corner 4, 3 inches west of the corner point. And now, because he remembers exactly where red is, all he has to do is aim for the corner and not hit red, and he'll have a perfect rush to hoop 1 for yellow. And Brian knows he's giving up a break no matter which ball he moves if he misses. So he's going to play with his hoop 1 ball and hope to get something going. Oops. I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional. I think he was going to take Blue out a few more yards, send Blue to hoop 2 while he got behind Black and made 1 off Black. This is just a nuisance. Popping Blue would make a triple by Blue harder, and Brian set up for that. He just needs to peel Blue and then rotate after he makes the hoop. If you want to learn everything you need to know about pop tactics, which means peel opponent, not peel on partner, look at the chapter on pop tactics by Samir Patel in Beyond Expert Croquet Tactics. It really refers to peeling opponent through maybe 1, 2, and 3, not TPOs and that sort of thing.
Stop the clock.
This next thing mystifies me. I don't know why he didn't put the blue clip in his pocket. He clearly peeled Blue. He's responsible for that clip. He's the one who should put it on hoop 2. At least that's the convention here. This guy's the best player in the world, so there's no way that's some sort of mistake. And in the context of being the best player in the world, in fact, it's rumored that when he started playing croquet, he was doing triple peels in less than 6 months. Another reference from his youth is there's a music video called Croquet King. It's a song entitled Croquet King by Anson McLean and the Trailer Park Troubadours. And it's over a selection of clips of the young Robert Fletcher playing croquet. And in a curious coincidence, Anson McLean is from Kentucky, which is where the famous Archie Birchfield came from. So check it out on YouTube. Just type in Croquet King song. You'll love it. And I love the way he uses the hole on. Spoiler alert for some of you. Black is for 4-back, and he wants to peel it through 4-back. And he's got it all laid out in his head. He's already sent blue as the pioneer to hoop 3. And now he's going to get black as far in court as he can. Make hoop 2 off red, then come all the way back down here so that he can place red as a pioneer at 4 and rush black up to peeling position at 4-back. And in my opinion, if there's a single skill that separates the top guys from the rest of it, it's this one. This is his pioneer for hoop 2. Accurate long rushes are what let you build breaks out of nothing. That group of players right there is on court 2, which is where, under the lights, Stephen Mulliner defeated David Malou for the World Championship in AC Croquet in 2016. And the TPO is on. It's tempting, but he has no intention of peeling red here because he's got to put red where he can rush it back to 4 back to pick up black. Ooh, black at hoop 1. Maybe it's a New Zealand TPO. He's going to crosswire there. That makes no sense, though, because red would need to be for hoop 1 for that to work.
Just stop it, you little hell.
Now, he just came down here so he'd have room to put black back to Penalt for the next peel and have good access to blue to make hoop 5. Red in escape position for after he makes the Penalt peel. Jazzing that peel is way better than having it just trickle through. And it may even be better than having it go 2 or 3 yards through, because now he can rush peel it all the way down to Rover. If you're interested, here are Wiley's 2 paragraphs about jazzing the peelee. Pause it and take a look, and then go read the book. Keith Wiley, Expert Croquet Tactics. Circa 1983. And when you're done with that, get Beyond Expert Croquet Tactics, which was published in 2019 and brings Wiley into the modern era. He wants to set up the transit peel here, which means put black right in front of Rover and then peel it on his way from 2-back to 3-back. It's on the stanchion. Probably not going to happen. Notice how most of his hoop shots are less than a foot. They're easier to score that way, but more importantly, it lets him score them under control so he gets the rush he wants on the reception ball. And keep in mind that this is essentially a 3-ball break. Yes, he has 4 balls, but the pivot ball black can't be used to make up for mistakes because it has to be positioned for peeling. New AC players sometimes want to know, should I start learning triple peels right away? You should start learning triple peels when you can run 3-ball breaks to the peg, say 75-80% of the time. And if you can do that, you really don't even need triple peels until you get to championship flight, where your opponent can triple reliably. One thought here might be to try to nudge Black into the jaws, but he's going to knock it away, so he'll be in complete control of the break, and then he'll do the peel as a straight peel when he gets to Rover. He put red where he did as an escape ball for an Irish peel, and also because red is for hoop 4. Guess where red is going now? He has to give up a contact lead because he made 1 back and 4 back in the same break. I think he's just trying to jaws red to limit the possibilities when Brian puts blue in contact with red. You know it's blue because he's going to peg out black. You got it. Really doesn't care where he puts blue because it's going to be a contact lead anyway. The next decision deserves expert discussion, and I invite that in the comments down below, but I'll give it a try. If he only pegs out black, it's 2 against 1, and that's what you would usually do if both back balls were for hoop 1. But the 2-ball team in that situation only has a marginal advantage. And since red is 2 hoops ahead of blue, which is for hoop 2, and hoop 2 and hoop 4 are as far apart as you can get on the croquet court, making it hard to get a break going from a contact lead. Pegging out both balls is worth thinking about. Knowing your own skills at the 1-ball game and having an idea of what your opponent's capable of certainly bear on this decision. Ooh, 1 ball it is. This is going to be fun. And in case this is new to you, the box is where the balls go after they've been pegged out. It means each ball has scored 13 points. And now Robert is moving the blue clip to hoop 2, and I can relax again. Practicing 1 ball occasionally is good preparation for this kind of thing. Stuart Lawrence put on a 1-ball tournament last October in Virginia, and it was really fun to cover. You can check it out in the playlist on this YouTube channel. In fact, when Brian finished second in that tournament, he was wearing the same hat he is today. Brian can set up safely because he knows Robert will never shoot at that ball. Because if he did and missed, then blue just scores hoop 2, picks up red, and is back in control.
Salmon. I don't see that. Oh no, that's him standing up.
Interesting, these two are both mallet makers. Brian's been making that mallet for years, and there's a few out there. I think Robert and his brothers have a company making the new Invictus mallet, which he's playing today. That hoop is still makeable on the next turn. He meant to set up. If blue had a better hoop shot, Robert might not be taking this shot. Because if he missed, blue makes the hoop. He's got a 6-yarder to pick up red. This way, though, if he misses, blue might be wired from red by the hoop. Oh, my goodness. Yes, there are other skills besides long rushes that go into making a world champion. he wanted red to go east of blue because he put blue there specifically so red would have a rush to 5 after it went out of bounds on the hoop shot.
Mark Selman. Or else.
This sets blue up for 5 in, guards against Robert setting up red for 2 back. But it is a little risky.
Russ.
Can Robert Fletcher run a 2-ball break from 2 back to the peg from where blue is right now? Is the Pope an American? I'm doing this on May 8th, 2025. The first big roll up to 2 back is probably the most important shot. This is demoralizing. Three more and he's got it. It's said that Robert Fulford once ran a 2-ball break for like 65 hoops or something and only quit because everybody wanted to go to lunch. I wonder what Robert Fletcher's record is. He has a choice here of putting blue a couple of feet past the hoop, try to get close to the red, and then go through the hoop with red under control in order to get past blue and rush it back to the peg. But he's doing it the AC way. He puts blue just short of the boundary. And then he can blast through Rover as hard as he wants to, go out of bounds and get the rush he needed without having to worry about controlling anything. So while the inevitable plays out, thanks to the USCA for providing this channel, go to the website, check it out, and join up. We appreciate Chris Barley's sponsorship and Stuart Preston's help in the efforts of Don Oakley and the Croquet store to supply all the equipment any club or player needs to participate in this fabulous sport. Robert Fletcher over Brian Cumming, 26-17 TPO, in the battle of the Antipodal members of the British Commonwealth, ending in a lovely 2-ball break that finished the 1-ball ending. So give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. There's a lot more to come from the United States AC National Championships.